Hey team! Hey, I am getting ready to put together our Shakeology group and the event page for that group. And I just wanted to record it while I do so you can see how that's created. I know a lot of you already know how to do this, but some of you may not. So I want to make sure we train you on this. First, what I have open here is a screenshot of the Rona Designs app that I have on my iPhone. And I've had it for a couple years. I can't remember if it's free or not. If it isn't, I remember it's got to be something around 99 cents or $1.99. I can't remember. I think it's free, and then there's different fonts and stuff that you can upgrade to for a small fee. But I've used it for the last few years, and I love it. I've downloaded a few other font apps, and for some reason, I don't know if it's just because I'm comfortable with this one, I always come back to this. But what I do is I create the cover photo for the group and the event page in my phone first, just because it's faster. I have Photoshop and I use it, but it's, it takes a lot more effort to get into your computer and create something there and save it and send it to yourself or whatever. So I just create it in my phone. And then I usually actually just create the group from my phone as well. I use the app called Facebook Groups. It's an app that all of you for sure should download because you can create your groups there, and it's an easy place to check into all your groups. It only has your groups all in one place, so you aren't distracted by all the other things on Facebook. So, on my, we'll do some training on apps, but on my phone I'll have a little section that is has all the apps that I use for Beachbody, and I'll have the Facebook app, and I have the Facebook Groups app, and then the Messenger app. But really, I can run things just from the Facebook Groups app and the Messenger app and avoid using the regular Facebook app day to day, so I don't get sucked into the news feed and waste any time. But anyway, this is what the Rona Designs looks like. And then when you click in it, it asks you to choose from your photos. And then these are just screenshots to give you an idea. Then, you can choose your photo. So whatever it is you're going to use for your cover photo, I choose. And then what I love most about this is, and this is why I tend to use it for everything, is right down here it shows you there's a 16 by 9 size. I crop everything to that 16 by 9 because cover photos have to be wider, and same thing with YouTube covers. So this is great to create like a thumbnail for a YouTube video or a cover photo for an event page or your group. So just crop it to that size, and then you can adjust your photos within that little box. And then I just save it, and then if I'm doing it from my phone, I just add it to that app, or I can send it to myself here. So here I am just on Facebook. I'm going to show you how I'm going to create the group. You just scroll down here to groups and click on this little plus icon that says create group. So group name, I might tweak this and change this because I'm kind of just doing this on the spot. Let's see, let's call it 6-Day Shakeology Sampler. And you can add members, but I usually do that later. I keep it closed. Sometimes, like for our general challenge groups, I keep those secret. But a closed group, anyone can find the group and see who's in it, but only members can see the post. I like this because sometimes it allows your friends to see something you're in and be like, hey, I want to be in that too. So it just gives you a little bit more exposure while still keeping the group private. So I click create. It's making me add some friends. So I'm going to start by adding our coaches here. So let me add some of you. I'm just going to add a few of you. I might have to come in and add some more later. Okay, so let's create that. Alright, then it just asks you to create a little icon. And, I mean, you can go for anything. I don't know, maybe we'll just do like a little cup, since that is going to be what this is about, is Shakeology. So then upload a photo. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to find the photo that I just sent to myself. Oh wait, I didn't send it to myself yet. So let me do that first. Okay, so I'm just going to save that to my computer. This is actually one I just used for Instagram, and I already said Shakeology on it. I'm probably going to change it for this group, but this is just to kind of show you what you can do. So you click upload photo and you navigate to wherever you save that photo. So let's just look for our little Shakeology one. And then you can drag it around, make it fit. Like I said, it's probably just going to be a temporary one. And then save. And then it wants me to add a description. And I'll probably tweak this too, but so I'm just going to say 6 days of Shakeology education, inspiration, recipes, and more. Okay, so then it says we're done setting up the group. So the group is all ready to go. And then what I would do is I would do like a welcome post here, so that when we do start adding members, there's already something there for them to see or start with. So we'll start adding those here in a little bit. Alicia's helping me get some content ready for the 6 days of the group. So that's how you add a group. Okay, now I'm going to have you come down and come into groups, and we're going to find it. So right here you see 6-day Shakeology sampler. If you look over here, it's not added to the favorites, so it's not going to pop up right where you can see it. So add it to favorites, and then I'm going to go back to my home page, and then I'm going to scroll down to my favorites, and you can see it right here. I like to click on the little icon and rearrange it and bring it up to the top. So I usually bring things up to the top that I'm currently focusing on right now. And click done. And then from there, we are going to create an event for the group. So I actually go right into the group and I click on events and create an event and call it the same thing or something different if you want. And I usually just put the same description or details in there as I do for the group. And like I said, I'll probably tweak this later when I have some time to make it sound better. But then you're going to add where it's going to take place. I like to say your own home and Facebook. And if you just push the space bar or enter, it'll let you put that. You don't have to choose the suggested ones. And then I'm going to put that it's going to start on the 27th. And then the privacy is already set to close for the group. But what it's asking here is how you want the invites to work. If we say guests and friends only, then only the person who created it and people you've invited to the group can invite other people to the group. But then if you do an open invite, anybody can invite anyone. And that's what I would suggest, is just because it gives you more exposure. And then click create. And now it's going to have you put a photo in for that as well. And I just upload a photo. So don't be surprised if you see all of this change just a little bit when I have time to go in and change the description and the cover photo. But I just kind of want to show you how to create it. And now your event is set to go. So in this event, I go show more friends and choose from your friends, and it pulls up a whole list of friends, and you can narrow them down based on like area, family, other events. Like if they were in any of your past events, they'd be over here. If they attended specific events, they'd be over here. But I'll hit those first and send invites, and then I'll just click on all friends, and then I'll scroll through and send invites that way. And here's what I do with the invites. A lot of you have been super selective about who you're sending them to because you're thinking really long and hard about who might like to do it. That's good. You can start there. But then we have our own like preconceived notions and misconceptions about people, and we don't always know what it is they need or are looking for. So we should never write anybody off. So what I do is I go through and I don't invite if there's not like a reason not to. So in general, I don't typically invite men to my challenge groups. I'm just more comfortable coaching women. So I usually don't invite men unless they're a close friend or family member. Also, I don't invite anybody under the age of 18, like this girl here or this girl here. And anybody that I know is already doing a different program, or maybe I've talked to them before and they just aren't interested. I don't want to bug people. But everybody else I invite, whether I think they'd be interested or not. So be judicious. Like I think I have around 1,200 friends on Facebook. So by the time I'm done inviting for an event, I usually have like 300 plus people invited or more. And the more you have, the more you're going to get in the group. And I'm not saying you need to have that many friends on your friends list. What? Okay. I'm not saying you have to have that many friends on your friends list. I'm just saying don't be so picky and invite 5 people, because you'll be lucky if you only get 1 in there, okay? So, these people that we're reaching out to and trying to help by getting into groups and challenge packs to like help them live a healthier, more fulfilling life, they're not numbers, but when it comes to inviting, I'm talking to the computer. My little girl's here with me. But when it comes to inviting, it is a numbers game, okay? The more people you invite, the more no's you get, but the more yeses you get as well. So I really, really want you guys to start upping